on.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Sweet.
And it's a couple technical issues, but we should be good.
All right.
Here we go.
So weird.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Why do you have on a hat? I'm like, what's happening right
I was
now?
the first one to notice it because I just started laughing and I wanted you to keep it.
Like, I hadn't even looked at Discord. I was waiting for the stream to pop up on my tablet. And I look up and I see Van. It's like, what's up, Van Ted?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. That's all, you know.
My grandfather used to wear those hats all the time, man.
I love that hat, dude. It's awesome. It makes me look older than I am.
All right, cool. So we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everyone. Let's try this again. Okay. So you guys are in the prison who and have interacted. One of you seemed to have slipped by some of the guards not taking note, or perhaps just not considering a threat. The fact that you still had all of your items when entering into the prison. And Sir Roland has decided to thieve the wooden utensils off of the table, the provided wooden utensils off of the table in the cell, which is spacious enough for all of you to fit without difficulty. The Dragonborn in the cell next to you, Sparrow Nimskmid, he has kind of turned his attention away from you guys and is mumbling a bit. And you guys hear some rustling out in the corridor between the cells, some jangling of keys, as well as variation of footsteps, and a diversity of voices as well, as you guys are all standing there, as if there is some sort of exchange happening, either among guards or prisoners, or etc., etc. So, if each of you guys would like to, we'll start with a perception check.
Yes.
We will see how this goes. Trying to get the ones out of the way.
I would hope. This is not high. Don't want early high rolls.
Oh. No.
Okay, so Atlas and Roland and Ricard, so it's not difficult to hear some of the conversation going on. Go ahead, Ricard. You were about to mention. Oh,
I was
okay.
if I heard it, then my pseudo dragon wouldn't matter. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, so as some of the guards are moving about, you kind of get the sense that essentially what we're at is shift change, quote unquote. And so some of the guards are coming out, and some of the guards that were there are leaving, and some are coming in. They're just kind of exchanging in the midst of all of this. They're kind of talking amongst each other about some of the goings on in Waterdeep, or kind of exchanging those, how's your mom and them kind of situations. But in and among that conversation, you guys hear a couple of mentions of rumors of sightings of a black dragon sometime back or whatever, and that you guys also hear that there was a possibility somebody saw that it was descending. Now, nobody confirmed or denied whether or not the dragon actually landed anywhere near Waterdeep. These particular guards don't seem to know that information, if that's the case or not. They don't seem to know one way or the other, at least from the conversations that you guys are getting. So, and then some of the talk that is going on right now is about how the typical convoy of merchants that travels, northward to southward, between Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate or whatever. They have been arriving in split segments, and how they've found that interesting. And a lot of the peoples of Waterdeep have seemed kind of a little bit, there's some skepticism in and among the peoples of Waterdeep about why some of those merchants are arriving in that manner. But you guys hear a couple of talk of mentions among guards about some potential mercenary work, and that there are some travelers that are going to be leaving Waterdeep in the next day or two. So all of that happens. The exchange happens. In and among those voices, there's one particular voice you guys hear that is very, very deep, and this very large human kind of walks into the corridor, looks into you guys' cell, and he's holding a stool in one hand and a great axe in the other hand. And he puts the stool down and he sits on it, and he just kind of crosses his arms, laying his great axe across his lap. And he's just kind of staring at you guys now.
DM, is it anybody that looks familiar to me in any way?
No, this particular gentleman seems to be somebody you've not seen before.
Now, is he eyeing us like a guard would eye us, like just cautious, or is he eyeing us like he wants to do something, like with intent to do something?
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Do we also know what race he is by any chance?
He appears to be human, though he's rather large.
How large?
Like taller than me?
No, he's probably
Oh, that's the wrong roll.
he's probably an inch or two shorter than you, but he is quite ripped. Like, he is buff. He is kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger looking.
Is he a member of which guard is he a member of? Is it obvious from his dress, or?
Yeah, so as you're looking, across his garb and his armor, he appears to be somebody from the city guard.
You're a member of the city guard. Any word on what's going on with rumors of that black dragon landing nearby?
He looks and he's like, "Haven't heard that it landed. You know something we don't?"
We had a run-in with a black dragon.
Oh,
Scodrick
yeah.
Do you want to fill him in on it?
Yes, back in Daggerford was the last time I believe we saw it, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it was not Daggerford, Dragonspear. We saw it after we came out of the cave.
Yep.
That's right, Dragonspear. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it near the castle.
Oh yeah, and Atlas saw it up close, I guess.
Mm.
And when it left us, it was flying this way.
I think there's somebody that might be interested to know that information.
That's why we're here.
So just as he's saying that, and he's sitting there, somebody comes up to him, another member of the guard, and he passes along a rolled piece of parchment. And he says, letter for the prisoners here. Seems to be some sort of gibberish.
Mm.
And the guy takes it and he looks at it and very well. And he takes the the piece of parchment, and he unrolls it, and he kind of looks over it and looking at it for a moment. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. He rolls it back up again, and
could you let me see that, or could you just read to me what it says, perhaps?
he says, "Well, I've got no use for it," and he passes it through the bars to you.
Okie dokie. Is this by any chance in Thieves' Cant?
So you're looking at it, and it does appear to be in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot you. So I'm shooting you some information. Yeah. We need some music to play during these little da 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 da.
Just elevator.
Yeah, right, right.
Is there any elevator music on Roll20? Did we ever test out the music features on Roll20 for this?
We have not, and that's one of the
Okay.
reasons that I didn't want to add
Gotcha,
it to the
gotcha.
stream yet. Yeah.
Coming soon, audience. Coming soon.
Live in stereo.
Pretty much.
You're right. This D&D session is brought to you by
Technicolor.
Not actual paid advertising.
It's that new mono music.
I was gonna say wherever the public television, whatever they say after every show,
Oh, yeah.
from people like you.
Like you.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. And it says,
is this signed at all? Does this have anything on it that will let me know who sent it? Okay.
yes. So the imprint at the bottom, you note, seems like or appears to be a stamp representing Jamna.
Of course. All right. Hey, friends. Just kind of motion us over away from the guard, just to the corner or something, out of earshot.
As you're looking, or as you guys are making that move, the guard kind of looks at you for a moment, observing you reading the letter, and then kind of sits back and crosses his arms. He's watching you guys intently.
I see him do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
You think this is going to be a good recipe?
I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm a fan of biscuits, but like putting on like what, paprika and what was this? The sand of like the Eastern Shore. Like, I don't understand. Like, who would put this on a biscuit?
You guys should talk to my parents. They know a thing or two. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
think
maybe-
the secret to good biscuits is peppercorn gravy. Right?
Really? Peppercorn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Never had peppercorn.
Yeah.
Where would you even get peppercorn?
You peppercorns and you make the gravy.
Just-
You put the peppercorns in the gravy, man.
Oh, are they like organic though? Like are you getting this from? Like, where are you getting them? I guess
Just,
what region?
I don't know.
Okay.
At the cheapest price possible, preferably. So
Do you really want to go cheap with biscuits though? I mean, they're biscuits.
just the peppercorn. Pepper's pepper.
Oh,
If you
okay,
wanna go
yeah.
fancy, that's one thing. But you don't go cheap on the flour, right?
I look at the guard. I go, I mean, you like biscuits. You got to go high, above and beyond when it comes to making biscuits, right, man?
Yeah, do you like peppercorn gravy?
He looks at you guys and he kind of scowls for a moment and I do like some peppercorn gravy.
See,
Okay, so I'm just gonna like whisper, like murmur some stuff.
Sure.
Like I'm thinking or whatever, but I'm gonna be
Make
whispering.
a stealth check.
Okay.
Or no, make a deception check.
Shit. I was hoping he's gonna let it slide on that. Just like, no, don't question that. I didn't lie to him. I just asked him a question.
So I'm
God
imagining
damn it.
you're muttering some stuff to try and make it seem like you're just murmuring randomness, but you're speaking to the group.
Okay, so it's the deception check for me whispering, or is it deception for the big lie we all just told? Or
So
I
if
guess
you're going to
distraction.
try and whisper something without him recognize it, then make a stealth check also.
Okay. But I was just trying to see if I get the advantage on the deception because that was assisted. That's what I was trying to figure out.
I got you. No, you're good. Keep going.
It's 23 on the stealth.
Okay. So if there's a message you're trying to convey to the party without letting him in on it, he doesn't seem to take note of it.
Okay, I'm just gonna let everybody in the group know that there's some rumors out there about the dragon cult being seen north of Waterdeep. And Jamna, our associate from earlier, it's the same day that we came into the gate. Like a day hasn't gone by, right?
Right. Yeah. No, it's not been
Okay.
a full day. Now it's been evening. It's been nighttime. So
Gotcha.
you guys basically came in at the cusp of twilight, and so it's been a couple of hours at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So I talked to her before we wound up in this situation, and I basically asked her for help. Seems that she's asking us for some assistance. She would like for us to make our way to the North Gate with haste. Given our current situation, I find that's going to be a bit of a pickle.
yeah,
I mean,
We still have
I could
stuff,
probably get out of here.
we still have
but-
stuff to do here.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, I mean that there may be some really good peppercorns there at the. You said it was it? Did she find them inside the gate or outside the gate?
Seems, from what I'm
Like at
I'm
a
reading this
merchant
right.
inside or outside?
Well, seeing as how it's north up here, the city, I would assume that it's just outside
Okay.
of the city.
Just then, the gentleman that you guys saw bring the first piece of parchment now has brought a second thing to this guard. And the second thing has arrived. It appears to be, it's not just a piece of parchment, though it does appear to be wrapped in some sort of parchment. And the guard sits up and he's like, "What is this?" And the other guard tells him that it just seems to be some sort of little statuette. Doesn't seem to have any kind of significance and has no magical properties. And he's like, right. And he takes it from the other guard with a look of skepticism on his face, and he turns to your cell, and he says, "Appears somebody has a big interest in you gentlemen, and whatever you are." Looking at Atlas, and then he turns back and he's like, "I'm watching you guys," and he pushes through the bars the item in his hand.
Can I reach out and take it from him?
Yep, absolutely.
And I look at him and I go, "Well, we are a handsome lot." So
I
just-
grin with my fangs.
Roll a perception check as you say that, Ricard, to him. So you take the thing from him. It's a clump, kind of like a statuette clump. wrapped in quite a bit of parchment, and it has some weight to it. It has some weight to it.
As I open it up and look at it, what does it look like? Go ahead.
So, with your perception check, as you mentioning that to him, you mention that you say, well, you are a handsome lot. He kind of has a strange snicker on his face. So you take the package from him. It's a little bit weighty, and as you're unwrapping it or whatever, make an investigation check.
Can I assist
I'm
him?
gonna to turn around so that only the group can see, which I was gonna do
Glad I
before,
said that
and
before
kind
the
of
roll popped up.
openly do it where everybody can see what it is. But I'm kind of not letting him see because I assume he already got his look at it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Ricard turns around and he's opening this parchment or whatever. Inside of it seems to be a cast statuette of. So anybody else that's wanting to take a close look at this, and Skodrick, you can make this roll with advantage. So anybody wanting to look at it can make an investigation check.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Scotty.
Yeah, that seems about
All
right.
Oh man. So Skodrick, this is easy for you to tell, and then Roland and Kidron, you guys note that this particular statuette bears a striking resemblance to Skodrick's bird. Skodrick, you recognize this little statuette. It looks just like a casting of Wint that you had created previously.
Shit.
As you guys are looking at it and inspecting it, so just tell me how do you guys unwrap? How are you guys checking this thing out?
Well, I would have held it in my hand and just kind of unwrapped the paper off of it and kind of held it in my hand in the wrapping and looked at it, and then
And
held it out for anybody else to investigate.
If I'm aware that Skodrick made it, like, did I see him make it or was I around when he actually made it, or was it something that he made prior to me seeing it now?
So you just recognize that it bears semblance to his bird.
Okay.
It's
something like this. A
bird.
It kind of looks like Skodrick's
bird. That's Wint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it? Did you make this?
As you guys are investigating it, as you're looking at it, and kind of turning it over in your hand, so Roland and Kidron, kind of out of the corner of your eye, out of your peripheral vision, you note that the parchment that it was wrapped in seems to have some tiny scribbles on it.
Kidron, do you see that there on the wrapping? Looks like some writing.
Would I be able to read it, or can I see exactly what it says?
You take the.
Okay. Yeah, I'll lift the statuette and hand it to Skodrick.
Or
if you'll take it.
Yeah, and I'll give.
Well, I'm gonna hand the statuette itself to you,
gotcha.
And then hand the parchment over to Kidron. What do you see there?
I unravel it and I inspect the parchment and the writing.
So the writing is quite small, and it's scribbled, and it looks like it's scribbled rapidly. So it's almost like a chicken scratch, basically. So as you're reading it, it says in just a few words, it says, landed, says entered warehouse, Resmir hired some transport. And then you see, as you're looking over the parchment or whatever, you see on one of the other pieces of parchment there. So it's kind of like a ruffle of like a few sheets all mixed together or all crumpled around together. And it says, shipment of treasure coming from North Waterdeep.
Okay. I hand it off to Ricard.
Okay.
And we can can you read this as well? Can you understand the language?
What language is it written in, DM?
It's just written in common,
Written in
actually.
common?
Oh, perfect.
It says entered warehouse. Treasure from North Gate.
What was that name again?
Resmir.
Oh.
Resmir. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
Can I do a
You can,
history
if you want to
check,
make a...
DM?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
guys are saying this out loud, right?
Yes, very
Okay.
quietly. So I'd like to roll a stealth check for that as well,
Yeah, go for it.
as I'm talking about what's on the paper. So I got a 22 on my history and a 14 on stealth. Resmir.
Right. So what you recall, and it's kind of strange, seemingly strange. So what you recall is that Resmir was the name or what was called to the bard that was traveling with Vadim.
The one that I killed? The gnome?
Hang on a second.
Remember his name.
I just looked at this too.
And could you repeat what was on the parchment?
Yeah, I sure will.
Hey, Skadric.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting mixed up with my names here.
Okay.
Okay, so what you guys recall is that Resmir was the name that was mentioned as having taken a separate portion of the cult when the encampment was deserted or whatever. You guys recall there being information about another one of the cult leaders driving some of the cult west first through Baragost and then northward. And so you guys recognize that name as being one of the leaders of the dragon cult.
Hmm.
And DM, could you please give me the full message again?
Oh,
that
yeah,
was written
certainly.
there?
Yeah, I sure will.
Yeah, it's on here. That's the largest portion of the cult. He's the leader.
One of them.
So it said...
Skadric, did you make that statue?
I've made a lot.
And if so, did you give it to somebody?
Do you put maybe a signature on your pieces of work?
I like to throw little emblems of Bahamut on them. Sometimes.
Maybe check for that.
Is that yours? Did you make it?
Can I take a look at it again?
Yeah.
DM, were you sending me a?
Yeah, I'm putting in
Oh,
a
you're
group,
typing
group
it.
message.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Okay, there
No.
we go.
Just so I understand, this is a message that was brought directly to us.
Right.
With a secret message on the parchment, or supposedly hidden message on the parchment.
Right.
Okay, so someone wanted us to see that part. Now I'm trying to just rack my brain to try to figure out who this person would be, because they would have to know we were in the jail right now. So obviously they're informed of our current situation, and they would also would have had to have been with us after Skodrick went, so after Baldur's Gate. So I'm trying to maybe help Skodrick remember.
Yeah, I did another investigation on it.
Oh, okay.
Or can I also do a history?
Yes.
With
You can do
advantage?
a history check.
Hey, it's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Okay, so who would? Okay, so Xavius. What treasure? Xavius is referencing the dragon landing.
There's one
Right.
particular instance, Skodrick, that you recall that may or may not be related to.
I remember making. First of all, is it in my making?
Yes, you do recognize it as something you've made.
So I'm trying to recollect all the ones I've made. And I remember putting. I don't think it was a bird though. I remember putting a statue in Went's pocket.
In Went's pocket?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
That wasn't this particular instance, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I do some sort of check to help him remember, DM? Is there something
Sure.
I'm doing? Intelligence or a
Yeah, you
history
can-
or anything?
Yeah, you can do an intelligence check just to see if you can kind of talk him through some things to help him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How late is it, by the way?
So it's probably like 1 or 2 in the morning at this point.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and change the date.
Okay. Skodrick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm really just trying to understand. Like, it would have to be someone well enough connected to know that we are in jail right now. At this jail right now. So they would have to have. I mean,
who would send us a message that would be with the cult of the dragon?
I mean, the only person I can think of is Trollum, but
Did you give a
yeah, did you give one to Trollum?
went to Trollum?
Do I remember giving one to
I'm looking
Trollum?
at you with a raised eyebrow.
This is me.
I
'Cause
don't remember you making one.
I think I did it at night.
Did you do it in secret? Oh, you
I
son
might
of a
have.
bitch!
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
He was
Okay.
making something in secret, weren't you?
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm sitting here going, was there a kid that you gave the statue to?
Why the hell would a kid send us a message in the prison?
I don't know.
It wouldn't necessarily have to be the child. Maybe Trollum saw it, recognized it, and then
It's obvious that. So just what's in the note, it's obvious it's from
DM. This is gonna sound really messed up. Am I aware of Trollum's sense?
I mean,
Like a
you
perfume or something like that.
You spent a good bit of time with her.
Okay.
So I tell you what you could do. I tell you what you could do.
Oh God.
You can roll a make another like a history check, essentially.
History check. Okay.
But it's going to be so a history check, and then make also an investigation check.
Okay.
And so essentially you're pairing the two.
So both of those together is 20.
Given what the statue is made out
Oh,
of,
man.
it's hard to tell. It doesn't really hold a scent. It just smells like metal. It smells like iron, essentially.
Okay, wait. The handwriting. Have I seen Charlem write anything ever? Could I tell by
It
his
is.
handwriting?
It is likely that you have at some point, though I don't recall a specific instance.
Mm-hmm.
But remember too that this particular handwriting looks as if it was written very, very quickly. It looks like chicken scratch, like somebody scribbled it down as quick as they could, and then
That tracks with her.
got rid of
I
it.
didn't write it down. If she was trying to do it in a covert manner.
This-
And then also,
Scodrick, did you get my message, by the way? I sent you a message on Discord. Sorry.
oh, no,
If that's
Discord.
bad, I can send it to you in another manner.
I think I can get it on my phone.
yeah, you can't click off of the.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, hang on a second. Let me.
I mean, it should show up if he has it on his phone. The app, it should still show up.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that you're moderating this would negatively impact your ability to receive messages.
You're good.
Oh,
I
thank
got
you.
Apologies.
Thank you for yes, thank you for the warmth that touches us to our core and shining down on the land and sea, making things grow and bloom.
Oh, jeez. Man.
Is there something I can send you that message to?
No,
send you
I
that?
can. No, I can see it. I'm still working it out in my head. Yeah, this is definitely exactly who you probably think it is.
Okay, couple of points I need to just address before we move forward or anything. Just gotta
Like-
get it out of the way now.
If you think about it, it's
So-
pretty obvious in the note.
character or out of character?
It's
It's
very
in
obvious in
character,
the
in
note.
In character. I just gotta. Okay, Scodrick. I know we're in a pretty serious position right now, and we shouldn't be focused on anything other than this situation and the other stuff with. But I just have to. I don't recall, in our travels with a certain female, you giving her one of these statues. So, I mean, clearly you gave it to her when I wasn't around for some reason. Just a little, not sure why. Also, if you gave her this, did you give her anything else that I need to know about?
I
Buddy?
mean, Roland can't she can have friends, right? Like you're not.
Oh, yeah, she
you
can.
Not allow
She
her to
can.
have friends, and they can give her gifts, right?
If
That's
it
okay,
was you,
right?
or if it was Keedron, I'd be totally fine with it. But
Wait,
Scodrick,
what?
Scodrick and I have had issues. I just had to. Scodrick, I just need you to be honest with me right now, man. I just don't understand why you would keep a secret like this, man. It seems
Scodrick-
shady.
It's a gift. It was a gift.
It's a secret gift. It's Ricard. Did you know? Ricard, did you know he gave her that?
I didn't. Roland,
Okay.
what's going on? Did
Keedron,
Scodrick kill
Keedron,
I walked back to the group. I kind of like moved my hands up and down, like shh.
Keedron, I'm whispering. Keedron. Did you know he gave her this? Did you know he gave her a gift?
I look at Scodrick and I look back at Roland. And I say, no.
Okay, so you gave her a secret gift. I'm just trying to understand why you gave her a secret gift.
If I
It
gave
just
you a
seems a little-
gift without anyone around, is it a secret gift? If I gave you, hey,
Yeah.
cool, look at this dagger. I just
Yeah,
made it
kinda
for
like
you.
a secret
You're my friend.
fancy daggers too.
When we're all in a group, you just give it to somebody. Yes.
I made you a mask. I made you look. I made you. I
front of
made Atlas a
everyone.
mask. No one was there.
Everyone.
No, y'all were asleep.
Hey, Roland. He
Yeah,
gave
let's-
me, he gave me my mask, and nobody knew about it until after you saw that I had it. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, he didn't even tell us about this thing. He didn't say anything about it.
I look
He even
over at
forgot he
Keedron.
made it.
I look over at
It
Keedron
was
and go,
so
"Keedron,
secret. He forgot he made it.
Kedron, is Skodrick giving you something too?
Yeah, Scotty doesn't just give out gifts like that randomly to people. It's very rare.
I threw in my hand.
I mean, something can be required from any.
Wait, okay, hey, Atlas, did you ask him to make the mask, or did he offer it to you?
No, he just gifted it. He just
Yeah.
he said, "Hey, here's a mask." I remember. That's what he said.
Is I feel like you're lying to me.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't recall that.
I haven't ever lied to you. I don't think I've lied to any of you, actually.
Okay, all right. I would inside check that, but
I think
because it's Atlas, I'll believe him.
I think you just need to take a step back, take a seat.
I was doing pretty good. I was processing all this stuff calmly. I didn't need this right now, man. We're in jail right now. I don't like being in jail. I've been calm the whole time. This is
You
really
took
not.
the wooden spoon.
That was for defense.
The guard leans forward and he's like, "You guys having a problem in there?"
Oh God,
I
I
look over at the guard and I go, "Listen, guard, this isn't like hardcore jail right now, right? Like we're kind of in like county lockup, but this is not like pound you in the rear prison."
Whoa. Okay, we don't need to jump to that point. Don't even throw that out there.
It's like, well, I've never seen any rear pounding in this particular jail. And he says,
But you have seen it before.
He says, typically people are only in this prison for a few days.
See,
Are we supposed to be here for just today, or is that not is a few days today?
Depends on whoever had you put here, how long they take to decide.
I'm sorry, I wasn't actually asking you.
What?
I'm really not trying to be rude.
Why? Okay.
I'm gonna throw a persuasion on the guard. Like, please ignore the big mechanical friend here. He
Jesus!
Comes off a little bit brash sometimes. He really doesn't mean anything rude by it.
He says, yeah, he seems a bit naive.
Yeah.
Well, I can't disagree with him on that point. No offense, Atlas.
No offense, man.
Okay. So, Skodrick, I just need an answer to my question, man.
Yeah, what was it?
Why? Just why? What was the intent behind the gifts? Just
that she knew she had us to, have her back. That we trusted her.
When did you give it to her?
After the
Does it
attack.
really matter?
It matters. This is for the solitude of the Dawncasters. I just need to know I can trust Skodrick right now. I'm sorry. I know this is wasting time.
This was, look, man. This is this is before. Well, it had to be after the dragon attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time of day was it?
It was probably at night. We're probably on patrol or something.
A patrol?
Yeah. On our watch.
Oh, so I was asleep when you did this.
I mean, you would stalk her in the day, so.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like you definitely did.
I grin.
You know what?
I grin.
So, okay.
Can I try and persuade Roland to just kind of let it go for right now? I only rolled an 11.
Are you trying to persuade me?
Yes. Trying
Okay.
to persuade you.
Taking into account all the bullshit that's happening in the last day. I'm just trying to measure everything. I'm putting everything on the list.
Look,
Okay,
I'm not after her. I have no ill intent.
I'm gonna spew my persuasion real quick. Okay, is that cool, y'all? So
Just work.
Roland,
That's truly what matters.
here's the thing. I don't think, like, for me, knowing Skodrick and knowing what little I know about Trollum, I don't think anything's going on between them two. She always seemed to be right there with you. Okay.
He's put her hands on her multiple times.
But here's the thing.
All
Here's
over.
what the people who should really be upset here is me and Kidron.
Yes.
Because
Why is
Godric
that?
is giving gifts to you and Atlas and even Trollum, who's not even a member. But me and Kidron got dick. And I don't mean got dick. I mean like got dick.
Okay, yeah. Please clarify.
Just to be
We're in
clear.
a prison situation.
He
The
doesn't
guard is
have
already
that. He
making
has
some
a
purchase.
he has a cloaca, as far as I know.
It was coming. It was coming, everyone.
So really, like, it's a friendship thing. It's obviously
Okay.
we are not considered as friends. And I look over at
What?
Keegan with kind of a sad
Wow.
face.
I'm just,
I kind of
Scott is just like,
Really, we
I'm
are the ones who should be upset.
You know what, Ricard? When you put it like that, I do feel a little bit better. I do. Skodrick is an asshole.
There you go. Agreed. Okay, we can move on.
Okay. In my priority list, which is my his side character, just so everyone knows, it's getting our stuff back.
Out
Buying
of
stuff.
character, but about your character, right?
Let's see. Saving Trollum at the top, but everything else underneath that. And then this whole Skodrick thing, and then getting out of jail. So
Okay, so Trollum getting our stuff.
buying shit. And then setting up the Doncasters.
And then, well, where
At
does
least-
Skodrick fall in there?
Skodrick's underneath getting out of jail right now.
oh, wow.
Okay, so
Right
it's
underneath getting out of jail.
Skodrick. Wait, so it's saving Trollum, getting our stuff back, getting out of jail, then dealing with the Skodrick issue.
No, getting out of jail is after dealing with Skodrick right
Oh,
now,
okay. Oh shit.
which is why I can't think straight.
Skodrick is lost.
I'm gonna let it go. Let it go. You had a very good point there, Ricard. I'll let it go for now. Skodrick, I'm just gonna give you a side eye.
Hey, you got her music box. She,
Tried,
if it was a choice, she
Because I
definitely
happened
chose.
to pick it up.
I
She
wouldn't
didn't
think she
give it
want.
to me. She
I
left
don't
it on
think
the
she.
ground.
Yeah, I don't think she would want anyone else picking it up other than you.
I look okay, well,
Oh, you know her so well, Skodrick.
I
You know her
do.
so well.
I say that is the truth.
Is he under a spell, or is this just massive jealousy?
It's a character flaw. It's a character flaw.
Just roll
That
on
was-
that.
thank you. I lean back on the wall and fold my arms.
Character flaw.
Are you asking me that as Atlas, or are you asking me as Avery? I'm sorry.
Just player to player.
Oh yeah, this is just a character flaw. I'm sorry.
The character flaw of mine is that I don't like bullies and people who talk down to me. So, needless to say, there's like massive amounts of steam coming out of my head right now.
What I'm saying or what the guards? I'm confused.
Both.
So it has nothing to do with you.
Okay. All right. So back on point.
Okay.
Okay. So we have two messages, both seemingly saying the same thing. That's and we're whispering still. At this point, I guess I should reroll stealth.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
having an
rolled
argument.
stealth, so you had that little bit of argument that I
Yeah.
imagine, the volume raised a bit, and so he was able to kind of pick up what was going on a little bit, and then, lean forward
Oh, nat 20.
and said that, whatever.
Do I have to?
It's the highest I've ever seen. 30.
If there's
Yeah,
anything that you're
yeah.
going to say back to the group that you want to
Just-
hide, then yes.
Not necessarily hide, because he really wasn't sure what was going on there.
Right. Right.
It's not an all girlfriend. As far as he needs to know. I suppose we all need to know.
I just work here.
Yeah, I know what he's concerned about exactly. He's concerned. It's not an old girlfriend.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say so we have two notes saying that the Dragon Cult is north of the city right now. I can only imagine if the note from Trollum was sent through City Guard that it had to have been either approved or something from the High Lady. I can't imagine it getting here otherwise, because I don't know, they let random notes from people get sent to people in jail. Is that something that happens here? I'm not from here, so
So something that you guys would know typically or whatever is that in specific situations that message passing or letters coming in and out of prison can happen depending on the level of restriction or whatever. Of course, somebody who is treasonous, who's in prison, is not going to be able to receive letters, obviously.
Okay.
Somebody who is in prison for maybe like a misdemeanor, or what the Forgotten Realms version of a misdemeanor would be allowed to receive certain letters, though that they would be inspected, right? Somebody who is in prison just for, like in your guys' case or whatever, you guys, all of you would know that letters are actually common to be passed back and forth if and especially when somebody or the prisoner is communicating with someone about the decisions that are being made in regards to sentencing and things like that, or trial coming up, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not uncommon
Okay.
for letters to be passed through. The uncommon part of this circumstance or this situation is perhaps the fact that the letters are a bit more personal. But you guys definitely don't seem to be in a position where this is like, an incredibly high security situation where they're, monitoring every possible move you guys could make, et cetera, et cetera. They're not incredibly worried. Now, you do get the sense that perhaps some of that leniency is or could be due to who you guys are involved with, the fact that the Harpers are involved, the fact that the High Lady is well known in and among those who stand for what is right and what is good, et cetera, and has strong ties both or both with nobility and with the Gauntlet. And so a lot of their involvement, could be providing a significant amount of leniency in this circumstance. So.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest something to the group, if that's okay. Well, mainly just, I'm going to look at Skadric. I'm going to say, Skadric, is it possible for you to send a message right now? Or multiple messages if possible?
I don't know. Do you trust me to?
I don't know, man.
I'm
Right now, I just need an answer.
I walk up and put my hand on Skadric's shoulder.
I'm
No,
gonna
man.
hold my
You don't
hand up
trust me. No.
to Roland
Okay.
and look at and just wait. I look at Skadric and go and whisper, Skadric, could you send the High Lady a message? Do you have that ability right now?
Hold on one second. I just need some copper.
Well, I've got plenty.
Wait, can you send more than one or just one?
Well, I can do.
Does it use it up?
If it doesn't specify that it's consumed, then it is not, in fact,
Yeah, it's not.
consumed
You're
upon.
right.
Okay.
So, can I cast it at a higher level?
Yeah, if you have the spell slots, for
I
sure.
I can do it twice.
Okay. So what I'm going to suggest is you contact the High Lady, as Ricard said. Let her know that the Dragon Code is just north of the city. And I was also going to say you can contact Jamna and have her either coordinate with the High Lady some kind of arrangements that we can all strike if we're able to, or if they're able to, if they don't want to involve us, because I feel like that would be the best course of action right now, just to have enough people to take them down.
Yeah, we just need to make sure that she understands that Rezmir, one of the leaders of the Cult of the Dragon, was there, and that they're bringing some sort of treasure from the North Gate.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you, Skadric, old friend.
You're welcome, Ricard.
Oh, wow. Really?
I look at Roland and I go, right now, if we could be free of
Alright.
this binding we're in right now, we could go deal with it.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean-
fighting amongst ourselves is not going to fix any of this right now.
Perhaps all we need is a good night's sleep. Right, Skodrick?
So I send a message to, to the High Lady.
Sure, and what would you like to say specifically?
Specifically, I would like to pretty much recreate exactly what Ricard was wanting me to say. Just like, we have evidence of Rezmir,
Right.
one of the leaders of the Dragon Cult, possibly. What was it? Due north?
Yeah, north of the city,
Yeah, north of the city.
landed,
yeah.
and is bringing in treasure.
We suspect this news is from Trollum.
All right, and so the response that you get, she says, it is. I approved the passage of the letter. She's seen me only an hour ago, and she says, trying to get council approval for your release, essentially.
Okay. All right, and then I, without saying anything else, I will message Jimna.
Okay.
And I would like to try to coordinate an attack with, if she has any capabilities, on the.
Okay.
That's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah, having her. How'd you phrase it, Roland?
Essentially, I know she's connected, so if she's able, she wants us to go there, but I'm saying if she can coordinate with the High Lady, assist in either us getting released or her sending people that she knows there with the High Lady's men to take out the Dragon Cult. Either one. If you can fit that into the message. I'm not sure if it needs to be framed differently or not, but
I do
something
tell
to
them. I do tell them that they're working on our release as we speak, but that's all I say.
Guys, what did he,
And
what
DM,
did
I'm
we
gonna.
do off with Ulfney? Like, where did he say that he was going?
Shit. What did he say?
He mentioned that, well, so the last time that you saw him, he was making his way into the stairwell that led upstairs to the second floor of the building as you guys were being escorted out to head to the jail. So the last place that you saw Ulfney was, he was headed to speak to the High Lady directly.
So we wouldn't know where he's at right now.
Possibly. Some hours have gone by.
Did you ask us that in character or out of character?
I asked you guys that in character, but then once David answered, I asked out of character the last question.
Okay, so I was going to say, did you have something that you needed to talk to him about? I mean, other than the obvious situation.
Well, I just thought with everything that you guys have just figured out, and he said that he had some ideas and he was still wanting to like work on me and had some things to talk about and stuff. I thought maybe at some point, if we're going to be here for a few days, then maybe I should request to leave and go find him.
And I look over at Atlas and I say, hopefully we'll be out of here before the end of the night. That being said,
That would be great.
I need to try and get rest.
Yeah, that would be also great.
A nod.
So I look at Skodrick and Roland and everybody. I go, I'm going to lay down in the corner, y'all. If we're going to have any sort of serious encounters.
Yeah. Skodrick is
Are we-
actually taking off his armor for sleep.
Are we
Okay.
actually taking watch, or are we just all going to go to sleep?
I'll take a watch throughout the whole night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
was gonna say,
still aware.
yeah, you can do that, right, Atlas?
Yeah, I'm fully aware of my surroundings and everything. I just can't move. Like I can't go anywhere. That is.
I'm gonna as I see Scottick taking off his armor.
Mhm.
Scottick,
are you sending that message, by the way, to Jamna also?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead, Roland.
I was just gonna walk over to him. Calmly. No need to cast hold person. Just letting that be known. I'm just gonna.
Material.
Thank goodness. I had the music box on me. I'm gonna walk over to Scottick. I'm gonna be like, look, man. I don't know if you understand why I am the way I am. I haven't told you guys a lot about me. All right. I have trust issues, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, no comment. You're not gonna. I'm okay. Just open door there. It's fine.
I'm gonna let you finish.
We're hearing you out, Roland. We're hearing you out.
Atlas, I wasn't really. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I can hear you too.
Yeah, we can all.
Really enjoying this. Is the guard hearing too? Can I just look over and see? Is everyone here? Okay, fine. We're just gonna try to have a private
conversation anyway.
Anyway, the peanut gallery. Yeah. So yeah, I have my issues. I'm sure each of us has our own individual issues. Ricard likes to blow things up. You know, Kedron prays to a god that may or may not be listening. Who knows? Okay. Really wish you couldn't hear me, but it's fine. So you can hear me. I'm not sure if Lathander can hear. Okay, now I'm not going to say that.
I can ask him later.
Okay. But no, Scottick, in all seriousness, I know that you mean well. You've been there for me. Many a time when I've been injured. I don't know. I care about her quite a bit, which I also know you can tell. And I just don't want whatever this is between gets, I don't know, like twisted or muddled in any way, and I guess that fear is being projected onto you. So, for what it's worth, I apologize for my actions both today and in the past, regardless if you cast a spell on me or not, unnecessarily. You know, still claiming that. But, you know, I'm hoping from this point forward, if we can get out of this situation, things will be better. I don't know. I said I was sorry, right? I did apologize. That's a good apology, right? I'm looking to the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
I don't like peanuts.
I think you're being very open and putting yourself out there and trying to explain your absurd actions. So yeah.
Let's not bring up absurd actions, Ricard. I'm trying not to do anything or say anything rude to all of you. Atlas is fine. Kedron's fine. I stopped calling you Richard, so I made progress. And again, I'm glad that you were willing to, fall on your sword, I guess, in the situation, but I don't think you should just, throw in the towel. I think you should fight for your freedom, sir. I don't think you should ever just give that up, even if you made a mistake. You should try to atone for it.
I will. But if me taking initial responsibility leads to the freedom of people who were not responsible for said actions, then I'll do that, and then I'll atone for my actions on my own, without putting that burden on people who did not make that choice.
What if they decide to hold you here indefinitely, or in a jail?
If that's what they decide, then I'll plead my case. I'll do my best to make it right. But as long as they're not holding all of y'all who had no control over it, unless there's something in the charges that is directly pointed at one of y'all should be free to go.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Kedron, go ahead and say a few more prayers. Maybe they'll help.
Would be my pleasure.
Go ahead and make a D100 roll, a percentile roll for me as well, Kedron.
The best roll ever.
It doesn't.
It isn't.
I don't know.
It's the opposite, right?
It
So
doesn't
it's low rolls are good.
Good. Is it? I thought it was higher the better.
Don't know, dude.
We honor you, Dawn Lord. For you are the beacon who casts away the gloom, and we devote our days to your holy name, and in the darkness we shun.
Okay, Skadric, how did you want to word your message sent to Jamna?
Okay. Let's see. Got your message. Spoke with High Lady. If we can try to coordinate an assault. If you know anyone. That's pretty much it, I think.
Okay. So, spoke with High Lady, trying to coordinate an assault, if she knows anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. She responds with, she didn't realize how deep you guys were in on this. And then she mentions that would be good. She says she needs to get you out of prison.
Shit. Forgot that part.
All right, so Ricard, you've made your way into the corner to lay down. Skadric, you have doffed your armor.
Yeah.
Ricard, were you going to sleep in your armor, or you're doffing your armor?
No, I'll take it off. I would like to. Just a check on history. Did what we did last game, Atlas? Did you end up giving me that? Didn't you have an extra component pouch, or?
I let you. Did I have an extra one, or did I just have my own?
So
I know I gave you one, my extra one at one point, but
yeah,
right. So you had one. There was some components with you already, and then you had the component pouch that Ricard gave you. So you're willing to have, if you'd like, you could have given it back to him, the extra one.
Basically, what I said last time is like you can use whatever you want from this pouch, like whatever materials you ask for. That's fine.
Okay. In that case, let's see.
So they didn't let you guys bring any personal item at all in here,
I have the
including
music
tools.
box.
I willingly surrendered all of my items
Same.
per
I'm gonna whisper to
because
Atlas.
we were at the behest of the High Lady, and it was only right as a aspiring member of the, hopefully soon to be member of the Harpers. We'll see.
Atlas, I had the music box, and I'm gonna whisper. So I'm gonna roll stealth for this.
Let's go for it.
29. Holy shit. Yeah. I still have my gold on me. Don't tell anyone.
And I'm gonna point at Roland.
What's up? Yeah. What do we?
Just out of curiosity, how much gold is it?
Oh God, I hate when people ask me that question. It seems like they want my money. It's a little over 900 gold pieces.
And I'm gonna ask him.
Are you whispering? Are you whispering?
No, I'm casting message.
Okay, so is that secret?
Yeah, no, it's all mental, like telepathic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah.
like you're mouthing as if you're whispering, but there are no words heard.
Okay.
So when am I gonna start earning some gold in the party?
Let's see. I have to talk to the rest of the group, but I'm fine with you earning gold the second we get the fuck out of here. Honestly.
I was just wondering. I mean, I'm probably gonna actually stay here at home anyway, but
What?
we'll see what life does for me.
Whoa. What do you mean stay here in Waterdeep?
Yeah, didn't I say that when I first met you guys? I just wanted to get home and see my parents. I'm not really the
Sure.
adventuring type. I'm just a boxer.
Understood, but I mean, did you not want to be a member of the Dawncasters? You know, part of the gang.
I've really enjoyed being with you guys and everything.
Uh-huh.
And this I'm actually going to say out loud.
Yeah.
Like continuing the conversation. Like, I really enjoy being with you guys and everything, but I've never really had some sort of, knack for leaving the city. The only reason I feel like I would want to leave is to pay a debt to whatever entity out in the ether that gave me this new body. To be able to pay off that debt would be a reason that I would leave. But for now, I have family here, and I've got my dog too, and a friend.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah,
Huh.
his name is Moxie.
Interesting name. Well, I mean, it'd be a little strange to keep you on the payroll if you're not technically working for us after this. But I mean, I guess we could pay you for the work you've done so far, and then anything you do, I guess, until you decide to leave the group.
That seems like a fair trade, I think.
Yeah,
I really enjoy being with you guys.
As of right now, we haven't really made any money since you've
Exactly.
been with us. So, I mean, if you're wanting to be a hired hand, then that's one pay scale that we can discuss. But what we had discussed is you possibly becoming a member. Now, if you just want a salary, then you don't need to be a member. You can just be a hired
I was
hand.
just thinking, I was
As
asking
a
him.
member, you would take a percentage, just like everybody else does. Correct?
Yeah, I'm aware. I just I was mentioning to him earlier, the possibility of me staying with you guys, and then the possibility of me actually staying here at home. I'm not entirely sure yet, so I don't know. Like, what I originally asked him was, when am I going to start making money? And he said, as soon as we get out of here. I understand that. Like, that's not a big deal. I was just wondering. So.
I mean, if we can get that treasure the Dragon Colt has, I mean,
and we can use all
take
the
some of
help
that.
we can get fighting them.
But I mean, oh yeah, if Scottish really wants to fuck up the Dragon Colt. doing that.
Yeah, for example, if we weren't locked up in here, there's some peppercorns that we could go gather up
Yes, peppercorns.
on the
Lots
north
of
side of the city
peppercorns.
that would be probably fairly valuable.
That's not a bad idea. There are lots of lucrative business opportunities in Waterdeep, as you know.
If only we could actually see some of those for those of us who haven't been here before. If only.
How long do you guys think that we'll actually be here in Waterdeep, assuming that we get out? Let's just say we got out in the morning. How many more days do you guys think that we'll actually be here? Like, do we have time to do anything?
Well, I would
That's-
assume we would at least have to plan some means of a attack, given the scenario you just gave us.
We have a few
Get out
stops
of
we
here.
have to make.
You're gonna do some stuff, so we would be able to maybe have probably like I would think like half a day to figure all that out, and then go from there.
I
Or
think
just
we.
more
I
than
would
that.
guesstimate probably a couple of days. Well, we have
Really?
the peppercorns on the north side, and then we have the peppercorns in that other spot that we know about, and
Yeah, the
Peppercorns is being used very liberally. I'm just
No,
so
I'm-
unclear. What's peppercorn? What's the legend for this map? Is we're using?
oh yeah, I heard about the store at the Two Moon Cove that has a few hidden peppercorns in there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I understand now. Okay.
Well, I was thinking, Roland, maybe me and you could try to do the same thing we attempted in Daggerford, where you place bets on me and we go sparring a little bit.
Oh, we could do that. We could definitely make a little bit of money that way.
Oh, we couldn't just make a little money. We could make a lot of money doing something like that.
Yes,
We just have to
could.
be able to place our bets correctly.
Oh,
And
I just thought of something. So that ability you have to change the way you look.
yeah, what about it?
Does that go away if you get hit, or is that just?
As far as I know, it can go away if I'm
It
not
can.
careful.
Okay.
I don't.
'cause
I mean,
was-
I know these sorts of people. I know that you know your sorts of people in the thieves world, but I don't really think many people are going to have
Keep-
too
just-
much of a problem.
Don't say that last part of that sentence so loudly in the prison.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
don't.
won't say the word problem. I'm sorry.
No, not the
people.
part. The part with
The
that started
people
with the
part?
T.
oh, thieves. It means don't say thieves.
Cheese, yes, cheese for the biscuits, yes.
No.
I won't say cheese anymore. I promise.
Thank you. We don't want any peppercorns mixing with the cheese. Okay.
My parents
so-
are very fond of feta, but I won't mention that since you don't like cheese.
Okay.
So I was
that's-
thinking,
I'm
Like,
a
just
Buddha
like
person
you're
myself.
I'm going to sleep.
all I'm saying is that your people, I know mine. My people, spars, boxers, pit fighters, whatever you want to call it. I don't think they'll have a problem with facing up against some robot. And if anything, if I can fight them or intimidate them into fighting me, then that's cool with me. Oh, I brought a drink, by the way.
Oh, sure. I don't know you even need
Hey, hit me with
nourishment of that sort. Anyway, but no, what I was going to suggest is that we could make you look like a very weak, scrawny individual that would go into fights, and then we could just place tons of money on you and just make a killing because they never always underestimate you.
Scout your place down.
See, here's the thing about that. It's the only risk involved because, as we know, there's risk involved with everything.
Sure.
If we do this and go through with your plan and somebody hits me hard enough to where it knocks the spell out, of what would one consider concentration, I feel like they would be pretty upset and feel like they've been, bamboozled of all things, exactly. And I would probably get us in a lot of trouble doing something like that.
That's why I asked if it would go away if you were hit, because I knew that would be a concern.
No, it's a risk. I feel like it's the minimum risk, though. Minimum risk scenario. It's not like they're hitting me with weapons or anything like that. Because as far as what I've read in the past, that people who do things, it's based off of how hard you're hit to maintain that concentration. That's at least what my mentor taught me.
Was your mentor a spellcaster?
No, I was just saying, like, anything that you concentrate on, whether it's trying to keep your stance or whether you're trying to watch your opponent's movement, to keep your concentration on that, it's harder to do that when you're getting hit upside the head with a pipe versus just a fist in your jaw.
Depends how hard that fist is. I'm sure if you hit someone, you'd probably make them lose their concentration.
I do feel like it, but I feel like there are ways that we could probably get my fist to hit a little bit harder, and that's some things I wanted to talk to Olfney about.
Okay. Well, that's
DM,
his,
I'm gonna send you a message on what I'm doing as I lay down while they're going.
Sure.
On.
Yeah, go for it.
right.
Is
Skandra, go ahead.
Is Winton still with me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They did not take Went from you.
Put her on the dresser or the little table thing.
Okay. So,
whatever scraps.
Atlas, I feel that
she's in town, by the way.
What?
Be the
What was
light.
that?
Be or speaking of food and
Who
live
are
in
you
despair
referring
and
to?
have the light of
She-
its own.
Winston
yeah.
Town?
No, Trollum. Trollum is in town.
I lay down and demonstrate.
Roland just looks to both sides of the room like.
Yeah, apparently she
like,
spoke to the high
me,
lady.
just like utter confusion, and then just like has like a brain explosion. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, apparently she spoke to the high lady. Anyway, about to go to sleep.
Right.
I
lay
thought
down
she
and
was.
sleep.
Thought she was captured. Okay. You trust her. You still trust her. Okay. She's gonna knock. It's gonna be a little difficult to sleep tonight. Atlas, your plan? Yeah, we can definitely go try to make some money. I got some stuff to think about tonight. I'm just gonna go take a nap, a long nap. You get like exhaustion with light armor if you sleep in light armor. I don't have any armor. Never mind. We don't have armor on, do we? Because they took all our stuff, right?
I said I kept mine.
Oh, so we actually kept our armor on?
No, I said I kept mine. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, they didn't request your armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you get exhaustion if you sleep in light armor?
Yeah, sleeping in armor can, just in general,
Okay.
can be inhibiting.
I will remove about as much to not be inhibited, and then I will use it as a pillow.
Okay.
If there's no pillow.
Want to do it in the sand or in the jungle?
And I will fall asleep with the music box playing, just whispering to myself, "You still trust her. You still trust her. You still trust her."
And I know this is above game, but every time I think about like him playing that, I always hear like the Sailor Moon theme. Dee, 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 dee.
Really?
I don't know why.
You know what? We'll go with it.
Oh Jesus! No, that's not canon.
I think of what is it? It's gonna be Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest when
Oh yeah.
that lock. That's what I think. Whatever they says.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Kidron, are you sleeping also? Are you staying up? And if you sleep, are you going to take your armor off? Are you leaving your armor on?
I'm gonna take my armor off.
Okay.
It's gonna be chest piece and my greaves.
Okay, and Atlas, you're going to go into your stasis?
Yeah, but I was gonna ask, since I only need the 6 hours of sleep or inertia or whatever. I was actually gonna ask you about something in particular that my character can do based off the class, but I can just message you about that if you want me to.
Fine. Yeah, go for it. Okay. So, as you guys begin to, settle down after all the conversation and information gained, significant amounts of information gained. Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one
So-
thing I wanted to do before I did go to sleep. I apologize.
Yeah,
What,
go for it.
what was the brother's name? The Dragonborn Linky one? Not Fraha, but himself.
Sparrow.
Yeah, Pharaoh. And I'll say
Sparrow.
Pharaon?
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Sparrow. Yeah. Nimtishkamed.
And I'll tell him I'll keep in touch with him. He might not know me, but I'll keep in touch.
Okay. Cool. All right, Atlas, I'm just waiting for that to come through. Okay.
Sorry, I'm sitting here looking up the name. It was
Okay.
something I meant to talk to you about beforehand, but since we didn't call,
Yeah, I didn't get an opportunity to.
sweet. Okay, it's good.
Oh, right. I'm going to
You remember when I rolled the D100?
yes.
I was wondering to what extent that went.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Let me take a look real quick, and I will let you know.
But in the meantime, everybody else is asleep, I guess.
Yes. So everybody else begins to drift off to sleep. Even the guard seems to nod a little bit. Okay.
But out of character for all you guys, y'all having a good time in a jail cell?
No.
Prison party. No. Okay.
It's the first time Skagic's been to prison.
Me too. Is there any beds here? If there's not, no beds. I'm not
Straw.
enjoying myself. Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, nope. Not enjoying myself at all.
Believe
Not
it or
actually
not-
most of the prisons I've been in.
Believe it or not, this is not Atlas's first time being in jail.
I believe that.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe it.
Okay.
Kinda-
Let's
Is-
make a perception check for me, real quick.
All of us? Or
Just Atlas. Everybody else
okay,
is asleep.
That's right.
Okay.
Come on, Atlas.
Can I use Flash of Genius?
Sure.
That just adds 4 to it.
Okay, it's not an 8.
Right, I mean, it's 12 instead of an 8, so that's a lot better than nothing.
So you hear a little bit of movement again from down the corridor, though the movement that you hear from down the corridor is quite muffled. You're kind of sitting looking, and there's not really anything to look at as far as like, you're in a cell, you're staring across, there's a cell across from you, there's a corridor that runs between the two cells, and then there's the guard sitting there. As the guard is sitting there, you guys see, there's a little kind of sound, and you see this long, thin, what appears to be some sort of dart stick into the guard's neck. And he slumps forward onto the ground.
Okay.
I'm the only one who sees this, right?
Yeah, everybody else is sleeping.
Everybody else appears to be asleep. I'm just gonna tap Roland since he's our only non-spellcaster.
Now, are you in stasis right now? Because you can't move.
Is it okay if I just move my hand, just like
Nope,
and
can't
just
move at all. You're completely
inertia?
This
Oh
is sleep
god!
paralysis.
completely stationary.
I will wait a moment, and since I can't move at all anyway, I'm just gonna stay in that inertia like state and like just still, but still keep watching.
Okay. Suddenly, a hooded figure appears in front of your cell. The hooded figure bends down in front of your cell, and you hear clicking in the lock. You see them moving their hands around, whatever. All of a sudden, you hear a click, and the cell door swings open.
Do we hear this?
So it is quiet enough that it wouldn't wake you. Actually,
did
hang on one second.
Did you see my messages on what I did?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, that is true.
We all see that.
Yep, I'm perfectly fine with everybody seeing it.
Okay, cool. Just,
Yeah.
Just you and Atlas probably wouldn't have realized it because y'all were going on, and I did it while y'all were using y'all as
It
a
depends
distraction.
on if I realized which spell components were missing and if I've been watching what you use for alarm.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me look here.
I mean, I cast the spells while y'all two were going on and on about your whole thing. So using y'all as a distraction from the guard, just out of character, just you know.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
The DM didn't ask me to roll a stealth roll for it, so I thought he saw it and worked because I.
Yeah, everybody's going to sleep, so
yeah,
including the guard.
I begin whispering in my sleep.
There was some.
Show there's a light.
Okay.
In the world.
Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Be the light.
Since I was watching him when he swung open the door, can I have a reaction to do something?
Yeah.
I'll let you do your thing and then I'll let you know because I'm looking at something.
Okay, so as that gate swings open, Ricard, you are startled awake.
So do I see the scene in front of me that you've
Yes.
described so far?
Yes.
Is every member of the party within arms and legs reach of me?
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm going to say in a startled voice, without being loud, like overly loud.
Okay.
I can hear the echo.
Awake, we have an intruder, and just reach out and kick punch, do something to start awake all the party members that are asleep.
Oh, fuck.
May I use my reaction as soon as he busts open that door?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna sneeze immediately right at him.
Okay.
It's just a verbal component.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. What do you got?
I'm in hopes that he is surprised by me.
Mm.
That's the sneeze.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So the green orbs fly out in front of you, and the hooded figure, after the gate has swung open, the hooded figure is startled a bit from Ricard coming awake all of a sudden and hitting everyone. And from beneath the hood, and you didn't note at first, from beneath the hood, you see a very dark-skinned female. And she's like, that was unnecessary and will make things a little more difficult, I believe. It's time for all of us to go. Grab what you've brought.
Yeah, but they left all their stuff, with the guards and everything. May I ask what you're actually here for besides just getting us out?
DM, do I? Quick question. While
Sure.
he's saying that, do I recognize her?
You can make a perception roll and see.
Okay.
In fact, any of you, all of you, can make a perception roll if you would like.
Okay. So we're all awake. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Phew. Love those
If
rolls.
I do not recognize her, I'm going to
Roll
ready
groggy.
firebolt.
Okay. Yes, you do not. She is not someone that you recognize.
As soon as Atlas is done saying that, and I've readied firebolt, like my
ask a
hand is
question.
starting to glow, I'm going to say, "Who are you?" In a much softer tone, and who are you with? Before we go anywhere.
She stops and she's like, I don't have time for all of these questions. We must go quickly. And she turns and she looks and she says, however, I'm with the Garnet Hand. And then she turns and immediately begins to make her way back down the corridor.
DM, do I know who the Garnet Hand is? Does any of
Um,
us know?
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
yes.
I'm just gonna chime up.
Yeah, go.
I'm just gonna fucking chime up. When she says it, I'm like,
Yeah,
Wait,
she had it
okay,
in my notes.
I'm assuming I don't recognize her with that 9.
Right. No, you don't.
When
It's
she
hard to make
said-
out her facial features.
Do I recognize her voice? Any chance? Vaguely.
Make a history check.
Okay, goddamn.
So I assume she walks away and she's just like glowing.
Yeah.
Yes, she is glowing.
14.
It definitely has an air of familiarity. A voice that you've not heard for quite some time.
Oh my god, I don't
Oh,
even know. I had to go
shit.
look. I had to go back and look in the notes that I gave you months ago, like last year. You don't remember this chick's name. I don't remember. Okay.
If we leave now, things are gonna look bad, guys.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just gonna be like, hold on. Do I see the guard she killed? I can only assume.
So you see him slumped into the floor.
Is he dead or is he just knocked out?
So you can make an investigation check.
Okay.
I would
Can I make
definitely be over
medicine?
there too.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You as well, Kidron, if you'd like.
9.
So he
So
I'm going to start putting my armor back on, DM.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll do that before I go check the body.
I'm gonna check the body.
Okay, so he is sitting. His knees are on the ground. His butt is in the air. His face is also on the ground. So he's like, as you guys are looking him over or whatever. So Skodrick, 100% this person is absolutely alive. He is completely unconscious.
Okay, he's just knocked out, guys.
You note the dart in the side of his neck, and you recognize his symptoms or whatever. So, and you're familiar with this particular
Didn't
this particular
Trollum use these?
circumstance.
Asking around.
It's a dart. I mean,
As
like
you-
she's not. I know it's not Trollum, right? Like just from the height.
no,
and
you
all
know
that.
it's not Trollum, right?
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
And so
I'm
who is the Garnet Hand, DM? You said I would know this.
So this is something
that
that's been mentioned previously.
Yep.
I believe I told you guys this
You tell.
after Trollum told me she
He
was
was
working with. It's like
Ricard
at
was
one of the
asleep.
camps.
I remember
was?
this. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, because I thought. Okay.
He was
this is
he,
out of character.
out of
Just
character.
Stalker.
He wasn't playing that day.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Oh, you
Because
were
I remember telling the group after she told me, because I was like, yeah, it's the group I worked with before. Okay. All right. So, in character, I'm just going to go, Fela, is that you?
She seems to have already made her way down the corridor.
Oh, of course you did.
I go back to
Say it
my
loudly.
other one.
See if she turns around.
I need to wrap up pretty soon.
Okay. Well, then, to be continued.
So, yeah, I actually think that this would be a pretty good place to stop. If you guys are good for that.
Can I
Go
get a
ahead.
quick one-liner in?
Yeah.
Well, the guard looks like he's assumed the position for the whole rear pounding thing.
Oh, Jesus, why? This is not the
And
time.
I just kind of giggle.
And
armor.
as soon as you say that, I'm gonna take my water skin of oil and go up to this guard that insulted me earlier.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Whoa, 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 Atlas, what-
And I'm gonna
Bad Atlas.
put some water skin, or sorry, some oil in his hand, his right hand specifically.
Okay.
Matter of fact, actually, I'm gonna ask you this question: did I happen to notice which hand was his dominant hand on his right hand?
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
History check.
you don't have to do history check. So he was holding the great axe with his right hand, and
That's all I need to know. Okay. If he was holding it with his right hand, I'm gonna put some of that oil in his right hand, and then I'm gonna put some of that oil. I'm gonna just, he's on the ground face down, right?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Matter of
With a
fact, when I
full
say
roll.
on his hand, only on his ring finger and his middle finger, all over it, lather it, and then I'm just gonna open up his trousers and just, a big spray of that oil in his trousers.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the dart out of his neck or whatever that I noticed. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put it in my pocket. And I think I'm done.
I'm just gonna. What? I mean, I cut the hair off a wolf. I get it, but really?
I suppose, Roland, this is just a symptom of naivety.
Yeah, I was gonna say he called him naive.
You know what? I'm just gonna walk off. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna walk off.
Don't piss off Atlas.
I'm gonna walk off.
I'm intelligent enough. I'll get you back. I'll get you back in a nice, creative way.
I'm gonna look at Roland and just go, look, if we get charged with sexually assaulting the guard, I'm not taking the rap for that one.
No, he made it like he just pleasured himself.
I'm just saying.
The guard did. I didn't do anything. I didn't pleasure myself.
No, I'm saying the guard looks like he just.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. And I mean,
God.
what's it gonna be? His word against a freaking band of Dawncasters who own a castle? It's a guard versus a bunch of basically royal men.
Well, currently,
We're
as far as I know, the question of your employment is up in the air
that too.
to your decision.
And we're the ones in jail.
Well, I mean, you got a whole bunch of bands of boobs who are in jail right now, and I'm the one who's free.
Allison,
And I don't mean to, be rude or anything. It's just when people start questioning me, when they, kill innocents and so on and so forth. I just wonder the proclivity here. Is the proclivity just to talk down to me? Like,
I don't know what it is.
All I know is that the robot man sexually assaulted the guard.
oh
I had
man,
nothing to do with it.
I saw everything.
I'm gonna go catch up to her.
If it comes up in court, you will have nothing to do with Ricard. I promise you that.
All right. Cool. So we will end the session there then.